Today's topic, racism. I want to show you a video quickly before we start today's video. A funny little skit from shoutouts to Anthony Jeselnik about racism. Let's watch the clip.
I don't like racism. Thank you.
Hot take.
I don't get it. Why would you hate? Why would you choose to hate?
True.
Why would you choose to hate an entire group of people?
True.
Just because of the way they all behave.
Now, I hope you can tell. By the delivery and the reaction of the crowd that this is stand-up comedy dark humor in which Anthony Jeselnik tries to say he hates racism but then ends up being racist at the end. Do you understand that? Okay, this is humor. This is comedy. I do not agree that an entire race, a demographic of people, would behave as a monolith. A monolith meaning you are like one type. You know, like that, this is like a stereotype, right? What does that mean to be a monolithic Asian? Like a monolithic Asian is like, oh, you all eat rice and eat noodles and love math and drive bad. You know, there's some like negative stereotypes in there, right? And this is kind of like the stereotypes in which people try to like portray an entire race with. I don't agree with that. The reason that I'm bringing, this up today is because you know about little Triggy Somalia, right? If you don't know... Basically, I gotta do this stuff every time. The thing about this is, basically, there is a content creator who is a rage baiter who's getting so triggered after my reactions to him that he goes live and he ended up crashing out making racist remarks about Asian people. His live stream got reported, most likely by my community and myself too, because he was straight up documented for being racist, using negative stereotypes and rhetoric that specifically targets Asian people. This is against YouTube terms of service. They manually reviewed it and decided to take the video down because you're recording yourself being racist. Then he starts crying that I can't believe that I got punished for breaking the terms of service. And now he is making photoshops of me and basically saying, I'm gonna strike again. Which is crazy. This is the reason why I call him Triggy Somali. If you don't know, Johnny Somali is in Korean jail right now. Why? Because he live streams himself making rage bait content where he acts extremely rude to people in Korea, Japan, and alike, and he got arrested. But because he documented everything that he did, it gives the court so much proof. There's no plausible deniability that he was just stupid or just doing it as a prank. And this is what I'm saying. You have documented yourself saying you're gonna go live and instead of the warning, I'm gonna literally get my strike. And we're waiting for him to do that on Thursday and Friday, which is tomorrow, because that's when he has days off from putting the fries in the bag, and we're waiting for that. But during the meantime, I wanted to address some comments and stuff about how I'm the racist, actually. I am the racist. And we're gonna read some comments. First up, it says, Ninja, can you not read? I clearly said I don't care about calling me a monkey. But he can't call me a racist because I called him Asian and he's calling me a monkey. Now, he's being very intellectually dishonest here. There's a lot more that he said than just calling me an Asian. And he's basically trying to equate that, like, I'm a racist person because I called him a monkey when reacting to his Read Zero rant video where he's an anonymous face and he expects me to racially profile him based on how he's speaking, and for me to come to the conclusion that he's black and that me calling him a monkey in that video suddenly means that I had racial intent. Everyone watching me knows exactly what I mean when I call someone a monkey, right? When I call someone a monkey, this is what it means to me. cawcawTV's definition of monkey. A human that can't control their emotions and resorts to emotional crash outs. That's it, right? Because we are descendants we are descendants, right, of monkey variants, I think, right? If you like look at evolutionary tree or whatever. And the difference, right, of a human and a monkey is that even though there's a lot that we have in, like, we have a lot in similar, the difference between a human and an animal is that a human can control themselves, right? And behave unlike an animal. This is it. Race has nothing to do with it. It's a comment made to the human race, the human species. Whenever I also, right? You are my monkeys, and I am the monkey king, and welcome to the jungle. We know that in this channel that I have a habit of calling people monkeys when they are acting stupid. I call my community members monkeys because I too am a monkey and I am the monkey king, Sun Wukong. There's like lore behind that stuff. But people like Trigger Senpai will take this in a very disingenuous way, even though he knows what's going on, and try to use this as an armor, right? This is what Trigger Somali does. Trigger Somali loves being a victim. He will, in bad faith, right, take misinterpret. Is that even how you spell misinterpret? Hold up. Misinterpret. P-E-E-T. Misinterpret and basically use racism as an armor. As an armor. As in like, oh, see what he did? Let's read some of the comments here. cawcawTV fans are too slow to understand the entire point I'm making. Either you ninjas can't read or just stupid, which is really funny that you're the one that doesn't understand. It doesn't matter what context he uses monkey, it's still an offensive term to black people, which I agree with. He knows I'm black and keeps using it. I actually think that you are not black. This is a schizo conspiracy theory I have. I think you might be like Puerto Rican or something, and you act black. I'm kind of rage baiting right now, but anyways, let's keep going. And I'm not even offended, to be honest. But when I call him a sexless Asian, how can he sit there and play the race card when he's Asian and calling me a monkey? If I was to report Kaka for calling me a monkey, do you think YouTube would care about it, the content he's using it in? No, they wouldn't care. You know why? Because any actual person that would review my content would understand I have no intent to specifically label a black person as a monkey because they're black. This is the thing he doesn't understand, right? Basically, he thinks that calling me an Asian bum or Asian plus insult is not, is the equivalent of me calling him a monkey because he's acting, you know, acting like an animal. In not a single point can you point out, please, I beg you to try to find a single moment where I use the term specifically calling a black person a monkey because they're black. It has nothing to do with their skin color, but it has everything to do with their personal characteristics. You as a human being. If I, like, it doesn't matter if you're black, you're Indian, you're Asian, you're white, or any other race. None of that matters. You constantly crash out, and instead of like logically countering my points and staying on topic, you resort to personal insults. And now you were caught on stream literally making insults to Asian people. If you want to go find it, basically you'll have to, shout out to Sylvanus, we'll watch this skit later. It's in this video. It's in this video right here, where I react for about an hour and 20 minutes. Where is it? An hour and 20 minutes talking about, where did it go? Where's the hour and 20 minute video? Oh, this one right here. My biggest fan crashed out, right? Shoutouts to me again with me posing under nice lighting. But in this video, there's literally a section where he's calling me like negative, derogatory statements specifically about Asian people, utilizing negative stereotypes. This video got me demonetized because of the things that he was saying. So it's really like tricky to like react to his content now because of how much he crashes out. So he gets caught for it, and then he gets like reported for it, and then YouTube themselves takes it down. And he's so delusional, right? He's so delusional that after, right, documenting himself being racist and being reported to YouTube and the platform itself acknowledging, right, itself admitting that it broke TOS and got video removed, that somehow I'm the racist. And I hate this so much because of how much of a disingenuous person he is. I think any reasonable person, and there's even like black people, and here's the thing. I don't want to ever use the excuse that like, I don't want to ever use the excuse that I am not a racist person because I have black friends. I think that is very cringe, and it's almost like a, what's it called? Like a bingo check mark of like, someone is actually racist, but then they're like, but I have black friends, therefore, no. It has nothing to do with that. There's plenty of other black creators that we are on great terms with, right? That would vouch for me. There's even people in my chat and even the YouTube comment section literally saying, I'm black, but like, I honestly would never acknowledge it. Like, if we look at this video here, let me just show you. And at the end of the day, these are just YouTube comment sections. But just wanted to show you some examples. Where is this? These are the comments from the previous video. This guy right here. Now, who can actually like prove that this person is black? Be for real, I'm black and I have no problem with you saying monkey because I can feel the intention and it's not in bad intentions. Plus, I love your reaction videos, blah, blah, blah. Right? I'm just trying to bring you examples that like there are real black people that actually watch my content and understand what I'm trying to say, but people like Triggy Somali will disingenuously stretch what's happening and try to label other people as racist. And then here's the really insidious thing, right? He claims, right? Someone actually not racist, right? Would never use racism against someone else. This is a big point, right? This is a very important point because he constantly uses, like, look at this again. Once again, regardless of what context he uses monkey, it can still be offensive to people of color. Not saying I'm offended, I don't give a shit. But him and his fans can't be mad when I'm calling him Asian. No, it's not about you calling me Asian. Where's the any other stuff too? All I'm saying is it's fair game. I'm not complaining about the monkey shit, but he seems to be bothered when I call him a bum Asian. You could just call me a bum though, right? How do you take this statement here and not understand you are specifically calling out Asians? Like, you could just call me sexless. You could call me a bum. You could call me a retard. You could call me a monkey as well. But when you say Asian right after a negative statement, this is the thing that's getting you in trouble. I would never call you like a bum black. I would never call you, you know, an insult plus black, because now I'm attributing insults into that race. But he seems to like, my intentions are not to be racist when I call him a sexist or bum Asian. Then why mention the Asian part? Just like when he calls me or anyone monkey. But if he calls me racist for what I say, then I can play the racist card too with this logic. No. And this is the part where it's really confusing for me. Because I don't know if he's genuinely retarded or not. Right? He seems to think, right? Insult, right? Insult plus race is somehow the same as monkey. I think that that's not the case. I think that if you do program face, this doesn't mean it. I don't think so, right? You could just say, I think you could do this though. I think that you could do this. Insult is monkey. You can't just like attribute a specific race of a person you're insulting and call him bum Asian, sexless Asian, dumb Asian. Like think about it like this. Is dumb Asian a racist remark? What do you guys think in chat? This is a very rhetorical question. But like, when you have an insult plus a specific race that you're pointing out, I think that is very racist. Right? I think it is racist to Asian people. Because if I said, right, dumb black to Triggy Somali, of course that's racist. Right? That is racist. It's really that simple, right? All you have to do is exactly feels targeted, right? You are specifically targeting that race when you mention that race. You could just call me dumb, right? You could just call me dumb. But when you add the race to it, to the insult, it becomes targeted. And this is the thing that he doesn't understand. Triggy Somali doesn't understand this. Doesn't understand this because he thinks monkey means black, which is ridiculous. His sentiment here, now that we have kind of written down this, right? He's saying, when he calls me or anyone monkey, right? It's fair game because like I'm calling him a bum. Like what do you mean? Bum Asian and monkey apparently, because like in his mind, because of how much of a self-victim he is, monkey itself has inherent attributes to a specific race, and therefore he thinks that it is the same, which I think is so ridiculous. I 100% acknowledge that there is a historical context of fucked up slavery and so much oppression happening in America, and people using monkey to black people with intent. But when you compare that to some Django shit, Django Unchained shit, versus the way that I handled my content, where it's portrayed as the human species, it is not the same. But here's the thing, he doesn't understand that. So either, right? So either he's stupid or he's intentionally being ignorant to use racism against me. What is worse, I wonder? What situation's worse? Someone so stupid that they genuinely don't understand what's going on, or someone that does understand but is intentionally acting ignorant out of malice? I think the second, right? Because that shows intent. Someone that's stupid just is, they just don't know. They can be educated and they can understand. Okay, I understand. But someone that does understand and constantly weaponizes racism against Asian people on the guise of racial equality, it's so ridiculous to me. Because I truly believe that a person that pretends like that cares about being equal, a person that cares about inclusivity and hates racism would never weaponize racism against another kind, even if they were made racist remarks at. So at the end of the day, it's really this simple, where he is a very disingenuous rage baiter, as we know. He intentionally misinterprets things in a way so that he can be racist towards Asian people. You to the platform literally acknowledged what's going on and deleted his content before he got warned. And now he's still saying that he's going to be racist, record it, and got a community guideline strike. And at the end of the day, like, nothing really matters because this is just fun reality TV drama. I just hope that he doesn't get his channel terminated because I want the drama to continue for cheap fun. But it's also very frustrating when you have someone that claims to be an intellect that is so dishonest about everything, right? Like, if you, like, I would rather, like, if he wants to be racist to Asian people, I say go for it. Just be honest with it. Like, straight up. You know me, right? You know how I deal with things. Like, I care more about, like, honesty. If someone's gonna be an asshole, don't pretend like you're a good person. Just acknowledge that you're an asshole and own up to it. This is the same thing too. Like, if you just want to hate me based on my race, go for it. But don't for a second act as if you're some like moral police that cares about equality and then uses racism against me and then try to say I'm the racist. It's like such a crazy thought experiment of what's going on. But like, then again, you realize that this is an actual bum that just makes rage bait content. And like, we've seen his content. Remember when I react to his content? Bro literally like contradicts himself, can't hold like an actual like conversation, emotionally crashes out. Everything he says eventually again contradicts himself. It's full of hypocrisy. There's no like logical thinking tree. And all he does is again, just screech like an animal. And it's so frustrating. But you know what? I think that like, I should stop calling him a monkey though. Not because I still disagree with the fact that like, oh, black people are like should be protected from the term because it's contextual slurs. I think that's fucking ridiculous. But regardless, in order to not hurt his feelings, I think he should be called a caveman. It doesn't really matter what the word is. What I'm trying to say is you are a Neanderthal, you're an animal. You are X that can't pretend or even behave like a human. Because all you do is emotionally crash out. And that is the entire point I'm making. And if you're going to continue to be racist towards Asian people, and like this comment thread, it is a cesspool, bro. It is a fucking cesspool. I am speechless now at your IQ. I can't understand the thought process of something with your level of IQ. Like Guy from Tensor said, a smart person can't understand the thoughts of a dumb person. But this is beyond dumb. How long did it take? 30 to 35 minutes. It's kind of like cute though and funny that he spent like 30 to 35 minutes of his own free time to make this stuff. Anything else? What is it? What is this shit? Irony of Trigger Senpai is calling out being Asian, meanwhile reacting to Asian content anime. Your logic is way too stupid for me. There's plenty of people that have anime profile pictures that's being racist to Asian people. Anyways, that's where we're at. I know that he's never going to understand this. I just want to like explain to you the thought process behind it and to like explain to you guys that like I need you to understand what kind of person this is. Never allow them to gaslight you. Never allow them to lie and basically weaponize these like racism cards. He is a textbook manipulator and gaslighter, as we've seen from his other videos, and he will always act as a victim. This is what we call a cry bully. A cry bully is somebody that constantly cries and makes himself a victim, saying, oh my god, people are so mean, and then they use that as an excuse to bully other people. That's exactly this.